What's going on, guys? My name is Jordan and welcome to my flippin' life. So today we are going to work on this Home Depot witch. I got some pieces and parts here today. The main thing I got was the plague doctor mask. And I've already got it put on. I've got to do some other stuff here. I got to measure some stuff out. Not really measure, but hot glue and kind of get this thing really nailed down. So here's the mask. Super awesome. I just stuffed it with some Walmart bags and some tissue paper. I stuffed in there. It would be cool if I could put some type of like tea light or something in here, because you can kind of see through that. You'd be able to see some light through it, but my hunt's in the daytime, so I don't really know if I'm going to worry about it. The other thing I got was this little solar lantern. It's pretty neat. It's not very big, which is okay. It's not very heavy, so I need to somehow fashion this up in her hand, something like that, or turn her hand and do something with some zip ties or something rather. And then we got the staff. I just have some black cheesecloth here. I'm kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do there. I've got a few sheets of that, so I'm just going to do something kind of like that to cover the top of the mask. Then she's going to be holding her staff, and then obviously the lantern will go in that hand. But I think it looks freaking cool. And I'm going to get some more cheesecloth and kind of cover up this where it's all black. I want it all black. So I'm going to cut this up and then get that hot glue down on there and get this thing going. Stay tuned. So I have added some creepy cloth down here. I strapped it with zip ties up around the arms on this. There's just wire. So I wanted to cover up a little bit of that green. You can still see it. Not a big deal. I just folded it in half lengthwise. And then what I'm going to do, I think here, is before I hot glue all of this down to here, I'm going to put this creepy cloth again over the shoulders, so it kind of looks like it's like a just covering the front of her. If I can get this to work without falling off. So it would be this, and then I can wrap it a little bit, and then I'm going to throw the other one back over top of the head. Not like that, obviously, but drape it back here. But you won't see the zip ties or hot glue because it'll be underneath these. On the side, I can hide it all underneath here. Once I zip tie that creepy cloth up here, I can drape all that back down and then throw this back over top. And I think that is going to finish her off. I think that's going to look super cool. I just wanted to put more mass to the body because it's just cloth and then this like cheap cape on the back. It's a cheap prop, and I still want to keep it fairly cheap as far as the build, but I think just adding this kind of like hood to it is pretty cool. And I do have in one of these totes here. I'll have to look for it, but I have a hat that I could put on this, but it's more of like a Jeepers Creepers hat that I put on that scarecrow. But I could get some type of top hat and put on top of this too. I don't know how well that would work out, but I could do something like that. I could hot glue it, I guess, onto the top. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna finish it up. I'm gonna put that creepy cloth on, get my hot glue gun warmed up, get this stuff glued down on the sides, because I just have this just kind of draped here, and it's nothing too wild and crazy. It's just something cheap and quick I'm throwing together just to cover up the mask for the most part. This black cheesecloth kind of really worked out. I wish I had some like black cloth like this. That would work even better. But this cheesecloth will work. Then I'll drape those two over, and I think this thing will look awesome said and done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the zip ties out, get this zip tied up, and I'm gonna put the creepy cloth on. Then I'm gonna glue this cheesecloth to her head and mask and all that, get this set, and then I'm going to then add the last final piece of creepy cloth, and then I think that will completely conclude this thing. So let me get all that done, and then I'll come back and I'll give you the last shot of this Home Depot Haunted Witch makeover, or whatever you want to call her, Plague Doctor. I just thought this would be something really cool to do since it's broke. And then as I was going through the stores, all the light bulbs started going off, and with everything going on in the present time in the world, this is perfect. And I just thought that mask looked super awesome with the cross on it. It was cheap. It was only like $8, $9, and the lantern was like $6 or $7. So I think this is going to turn out really cool. I love it. This looks really cool. So let's get this done, and I'll come back and I'll show you the final. Alright guys, we are done. This thing looks awesome. We got the light fashioned up in her hand. We got everything hot glued down. This thing looks creepy in the dark, especially with the wind blowing through the garage here. I just had like a little black light pointing at her, and this thing is awesome. Let me go ahead, flip this around and show you this beast. This thing looks super creepy. Just the face and the little skull, staff from Spirit. Got all her fingernails painted up. Solar lanterns on and flickering. I just wrapped a zip tie around her hand and just threw some of that creepy cloth over it. There's no good way to have her hold that, and it's super heavy, so I'm gonna have to stiffen this arm up to like bring it up here. It won't stay up. It's really flimsy, but overall I think it turned out awesome. Added in all the extra creepy cloth here, whole new front, and then added all the little stuff onto the sides. I glued all that down, and then I just draped this extra creepy cloth over the top, and then just kind of hung it so it swings down in here into the sides. And it's I'd say it's 5 feet tall. It's not very big like you'd want your average plague doctor, but for an old broken prop makeover, I think this turned out awesome. I'm extremely happy with this. It's definitely gonna look creepy out front in my cemetery. This thing's, I love it. Yeah, they need to make some of these. Yeah, full-on animatronic of some sort of this would be awesome, because this is cool shit. In the back, I didn't do too much. You're not gonna see the back. I got zip ties hanging out and just the cloth all draped over. You don't really see the back, so I'm not too worried about it. But overall, I dig it. Now I need some kind of name for this fella here. So if you got some kind of name for this plague doctor, go ahead, let me know. Let me know what you think of this. I think it turned out awesome. I had to wait a few days, obviously, for the mask and the lantern. Finally, that came in today, so I got to finish this. And I had a bunch of creepy cloth laying around, so I was able to knock this thing out today, which I'm glad, because I've been dragging this video out, kind of brainstorming as I've been recording other videos. So I'm super glad this all came together. This looks awesome. I'm excited to put this out this year. I'm extremely happy with it. This thing's creepy. I love it. So like, share, subscribe, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think of this plague doctor, and if you've redone any of your old broken props rather than throw them away, turn them into something else useful and cool. I'm happy with that. That looks awesome sitting there. It looks creepy as hell when you shut the lights off. That looks super creepy. I couldn't get a good photo. I was trying to use it as a thumbnail with a purple light. I have a purple, orange, and a white, and I was trying to get a good shot, and it's just every angle it kind of reflected weird, so I didn't use any of those. So let me know what you think of this build. My name's Jordan. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Get out there and make some cool stuff.